Good evening, gamers, and welcome back to Hellstormwargaming. My name is Mikey. Thank you so much for tuning in, and welcome to this live stream. It is day 16 of Live Every December. We are live every single day from the 1st until Christmas Day, and I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today we're going to be looking at the new Demon detachments. Games Workshop have dropped 4 on us today, so we got a lot to cover. It's a lot to cover today. But welcome. You might notice my camera angle's slightly different. I'm going to try it out, see what I like. I've put my camera above my monitor, not sure if I like it yet. Feels like you can see a lot of my tits. A lot of my tits. But welcome. Hello. I'm both live on YouTube and twitch.tv. So make sure if you're watching on either platform, let me know. I'm currently streaming in a different category as well. I'm going to try miniatures and models this week to see what it's like. Because nobody seems to be going to Warhammer, the Warhammer category for some reason. I don't think people like it. I might angle this up ever so slightly. I think that looks a bit better. That looks less like my tits. That's less of my tits now. What's on the windowsill today? Bro loves my windowsill. It's the same stuff as last time. Except I have Georgie's bow. I have a bow that Georgie's been wearing. Okay. I still have the Kyogre from the video, and I still have the Rayquaza Mega. It's not changed. It's all the same. But welcome. We got 4 detachments and a big rumor to start. Okay, no one else has talked about it, and I'm gonna start a rumor today, which I think is very real. So come in, say hi, let me know what's going on. Let me know what's happening. I hope you've had a good weekend if I didn't see you yesterday. Obviously, I'm live every single day, so I might have done. But today's Monday, my usual Monday stream where we talk about 40k competitively, and we're going to try and talk about these demon detachments competitively. That's the plan anyway. Blood thinks he's a streamer. What's been leaked now, I'm going to leak everything today. I'm leaking everything I know. Everything. That's what I'm doing. Actually, I should have titled it as. I'm leaking everything I know today, okay? I've had enough. I'm leaking it all, all right? So tell everybody, tell your friends, get them to watch the stream. That'd be cool, Anyway. There we go. So welcome. I don't remember any of this. It's the same stuff. It's always there. It's not moved. I don't touch it. Maybe it'll move soon. Who knows? Move to the new 6-pack. I agree, bro. It's before noon here. Whereabouts are you, Brian, again? Except for the US. The United States. Don't leak it until I get a coffee. Well, you better hurry up. I'm going to leak it any second. I'm leaking everything today. I've had enough. It's time. But it's been a good day. On the 12th day of Christmas, Games Workshop gave me 1 copyright strike. Yeah, jokes aside, have you noticed that Titans aren't uploading daily? Have you noticed Titans aren't uploading daily? I think somebody's been told off. I'm gonna say it. Love Adrian to bits and stuff. I love Bridger. You know, I'm gonna put my little hat on. My little detective hat, and noticed they didn't put the guard video out on the day it came out, and then they streamed the demon ones today. You can read that into that as you will. I'm just reading, you know? I'm reading what's on the wall, and then some people call it the writing. So today, chat, we've got 4 demon detachments to look at. Is it good? Is it bad? It's mostly bad. It's mostly bad. Let's be fucking real, all right? Let's be fucking real. It's mostly bad. But I think there's some tricks. I think there's some interesting things in some of them. There's some really interesting things in some of them. There's actually something to look at in every single one, okay? I actually think there's something to look at in every single detachment, and it might be something you've noticed. It might not have been something you noticed, but Khorne is the most interesting one, I think. Where is it? I've got to double check. Was it the Khorne one? It might not even be the Khorne one. I might have been misled. Let me double check it. I wrote it down. Ah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, found it. Found it. Found it. Tzeentch first before I drop 600 quid on an army. I'm going to be doing Nurgle, then Tzeentch, then Khorne, then Slaanesh. Okay, there's your order. Nurgle, Tzeentch, Khorne, Slaanesh. We have to wait for people to come through, come in, say hi. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good time. I'm live every single day. We've got loads of stuff to cover. I keep bringing loads of cool, interesting things. If you've not been tuning in every day, maybe now's the time. Okay, maybe now's the time. And just for clarification, in terms of tomorrow, I'm going to be live tomorrow around probably 2, I think. Or maybe 12, depending how things go in the morning. I'm going to probably put up a stream for I'm probably going to be honest, I'm probably going to put it up at 1. And then Wednesday, I'll be back at the normal time for the morning news. Okay. So, let's have a look, shall we? Look, chat, I'm going to leak to you now, because you came here first. Alright, I'm leaking everything to you exclusively. Games Workshop today have shown off 4 new detachments. Alright, and look, I know I was a bit of a hater about it, but I think it's true. I think it might be true, okay? Because the thing is, if you look very carefully, okay, Nurgle, Tzeentch, Khorne, let's zoom out, Khorne, and Demons of Slaanesh, okay? Do you notice anything, chat? Do you notice anything yet? Because some of you might have, some of you might haven't, alright? And if you haven't realised what it is, let's try page 2. Page 2 is even funnier. Alright, there's page 2. Page 2 again. The Khorne one's really interesting. Page 2 again. Okay. There isn't a page 3, but I'm sure it'll tell us more. That's right, chat. There's Space Marines on every detachment. Okay. As you can see, a Death Guard Marine. There. A Plague Marine. And up here, what looks like to be maybe a Blight Lord or something. Some sort of Terminator armor. On here, you have a Rubric. A Rubric, as you can see. And then up here, you've got a Hellbrute. That's not very Chaos Demon. I'm going to skip to Slaanesh. Slaanesh, a little bit more abstract. But you can definitely see some power armor. But on this one, you can definitely see a Marine. That's its neckline. That's its face. That's its speaker face. But Khorne is the interesting one. Okay? Because one, you've got a Khorne Berserker. Maybe Khan. Maybe Khorne Berserker. But it's pretty obvious it's a Khorne Berserker of some sort. But this isn't. This isn't, chat. This is a Slaanesh fucking Marine. Look, it's got the Slaanesh logo on it. It's got the Slaanesh logo in the Khorne document. What is going on in the House of Commons? Anyway, I thought that was quite funny. I thought that was quite funny that we have Chaos Space Marine artwork and they have Khorne, Slaanesh in the Khorne document. It just gets everywhere. He just gets everywhere, chat. What's going on? What's happening? How bizarre. How bizarre. World Eaters bamboozle again. Oh, but yeah, so I think this might help confirm the rumour. And I don't think this was accidental to confirm the rumour that the Chaos Demons may be going into a Demon King-esque book with their Chosen Legion. Which I thought was interesting. I know we spoke about it a bit on the channel already because there's like, their Chaos Demon group is in Meltdown. And it still is. It still is. Confirmed Emperor Children and World Eaters in the same codex. Makes total sense. Makes 100% total sense. Okay. The Chaos Demon group is in full Meltdown. They are going cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo. They're going crazy. I've got screenshots to show you. Is it this one? Yeah. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Let's have a look. Alan says, which, to be fair, chat, before someone says, yo, you're doxing, this is in a public Facebook group, okay? If they didn't want their full name in a public Facebook group, they shouldn't have posted in a public Facebook group, because they said, I sent this to customer service. Hello, I accept that not every new detachment is going to be everyone's liking. I accept not every new detachment is going to be a strong one. I cannot accept a new detachment that benefits my opposition as much as me. I think it is ridiculous work, and you get paid for this. FAQ look like this. Can we get benefits from the detachment rule in exchange? No. Gain a miracle dice? No. Gain army-wide stealth? No. Army-wide battle shot test? No. Do I give away free rerolls if I use my detachment rule? Yes. I reroll a wound to give them a free reroll to save even if my reroll fails? Yes. Sorry, what? You give your opponent rerolls? Is it April the 1st? No. Honestly, EastEnder could not make it up. Honestly, EastEnder could not make it up, to be honest, chat. Could not make up the benefits. I'm sure this guy's posting something. I don't think so. Look at that profile picture. Look at that profile picture, bro. I don't think it is. They are in outrage. They're in meltdown, chat. They're going crazy. They're going crazy, bro. They're going down wild. It's honestly insane-o. Alan, go back to school. Alan needs some spelling tests, you know? Just a little spelling test as a treat. Which detachment has done this to them? Probably Tzeentch. That'll be my only guess. 10,000 no flavor, adds flavor. What the fuck have you done? True. It giving me my opponent's rerolls. Simple as. Nice, mate. Nice. Nice. I think he needs to reset his GCSEs. He definitely needs fucking something, you know? Maybe some grass. Maybe a little bit of grass would be helpful. So anyway, that made me laugh, chat, because the Chaos Demon groups are obviously in fucking meltdown, okay? And I know someone just pointed out saying, oh, this refers to the Shadow of Chaos. So it's obviously not getting roped in. We don't know what if Chaos Demons will retain that rule in a Chaos Codex, and we don't know if they'll retain the index, you know? I think the rumor is, or the ruminations are, especially in the Demon group, that's what they're all saying, is that the indexes will just stay out and they'll just not bring out a Chaos Demon Codex, which would make a lot of sense. Michael, you'll need a swear jar. 1, don't call me Michael. 2, why? It's gone 7. It's basically Watershed. If demons getting split out helps give the gods internal balance, that'll be ace. Yeah, for sure. I do think it's slightly adorable that you're getting to 40k and demons of all factions are your thing. I think if they just left the index out, it'd be fine. You know? Hellstormwargaming. Watch it, it's 9. I said basically. It's got 9 in it. 1914. That's what I read. I think if they leave the index out as a thing, that'd be fine. I think people would not complain too much. You know, because then they've got 2 detachments to play with, really 5 if they've got a big army. Speaking of, chat, let's go through these detachments. We're going to start with the worst one, the one that you're never going to play. I would love to break this one for you and tell you I've come up with something so crazy, so wild, that you've never seen anything like it before. And no one's mentioned it, but I am afraid there is literally nothing in this detachment. There's literally nothing. How do you break this detachment? You snap it in half and place the original one. So it's while an enemy unit is within 9 inches, one or more legions, demonic, and Nurgle units for army. That enemy unit is within your army's shadow of chaos. Okay, fine. In each place command phase, select one enemy unit within your army's shadow of chaos. That unit must take a battle shot test. Taste that. That's salt. Salty. It's shit. It's really shit. It's really bad. The enhancements are a bit shit as well, I'll be honest. You know? I'll say it. The enhancements are a little shit too. So this is worthless meme. If Battleshot was more reliable, this might be fun, but they aren't, so it isn't. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know? You can take this one. A Nurgle Demon unit. Each time an enemy unit, excluding monsters within 6 inches of the bearer, fails a battle shot test, the bearer can use its enhancement. If it does, one model in that unit is destroyed, chosen by its controlling player. Each time the bearer uses the enhancement, no more wounds are inflicted by the army's demonic terror roll. Poo. Poo poo. Nurgle Demon unit. In your shooting phase, so one enemy unit within 6 of the bearer, that enemy unit must take a battle shot. Then roll a d6. On the 3 plus, the enemy unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. Each time the bearer uses the enhancement, no mortal wounds are inflicted by the army's demonic terror rule. This is poo-poo. It takes a battle shot test, and even if they pass, you might cause some mortal wounds. This is poo-poo. Why do GW playtesters keep running up against that battle shock is ever in a useful way? I fucking don't know. This one's decent. This one's decent. Nurgle monster only, so a great and clean one. While a friendly Demonica unit is within 6 of the bearer, that unit can only be targeted by a range attack if the attacker model is within 12. This is cool, because this means if you run triple great and clean one, you can have one that makes the other 3 lone up. Or other 2, or whatever. Rotigus and 2 more. That's kind of fun. It's 35 points, but that is kind of fun. If you're running exclusively Nurgle, this works. But you've got to hide a great and clean one to give out the fucking lone op. Which ain't gonna happen. That fucking great and clean one's gonna die. It's gonna die like fuck, bro. And then Font of Spores. Legion's monster unit, while a friendly Demonic and Nurgle units within 6 of the bear improve the AP by 1. This is an auto take. Battleshock in general should be harder to activate, but in general it's very strong. The thing is with it is, I don't think there's any good way to represent a good Battleshock like they did with leadership tests. You know? That's the problem, is that you can't, there's not enough granularity to make a Battleshock like actually mean it, because like it doesn't make sense that a Space Marine, no, they shall know no fear, suffers fear, you know? That doesn't really make that much sense. Whereas like Termagants, if they're out of sign-outs, makes sense. So it's just poo. It's just poo-poo. So anyway, crap. These two are decent. The problem is, chat, is you don't have a 4+ infinity, you don't have 6-inch deep strike. That's what you got to kind of measure up. What's the best enhancement you're taking? Do I have it? And the answer is no. Crits on 5s. Excellent. Alright, most things have lethal. This isn't a bad stratagem. But you're not really a fighting army. Further Visions, 1 CP. Demon unit in your shooting phase or fight phase. Add 1 to the hit roll. After your unit's finished making attacks, select one of your unit hit by one of those attacks. Take a battle shot test. Great. Wonderbar. Voted Resurgence. 2 CP. Return 1 destroyed model to your unit, or D3 if it's battle line. If it's a monster, 1 model of your unit regains D3 plus 1. This is only good, really, on Beasts of Nurgle. How many in the unit? Is it 1 or 2 now? Yeah, 2. So if 1 happens to survive, you can bring 1 back for 2 CP. At least the boxing lines are the right colour, that's true. This is a bit poo. Funnily enough. Rotten Renewal. Walk through walls. Everybody's got this stratagem. This is a good stratagem. As I mentioned, if you're going to be taking fucking hiding behind a wall to give everyone else loan up, you're going to need one that can run through a wall. The nice is it's movement phase or charge phase. So you can obviously, it opens up a lot of options, which is nice, rather than just one or the other. This one is quite funny. Add 5 to the movement characteristics of models in your unit. 1 Legion's Demonic and Nurgle infantry unit, which is exclusively the characters and plague bearers. Cool. You can do an action now. So your army that is not survivable, because Nurgle aren't naturally survivable, can now do 1 action. Do you think Nurgle is paying for the GUO earlier success? I don't know what this is. It's shit. This is bad. In your opponent's command phase, before selecting any targets for the Melancholic Miasma Detachment rule, which is the upper one, until the end of the battle phase, after an enemy unit takes a battle shot test as a result of the Melancholic Miasma Detachment rule, select another enemy unit within 9 inches. That enemy unit must take a battle shot test. Great. For 1 CP, I could choose 2. This is so shit. This is like Thousand Suns level of shit. This is awful. This is like really bad. Nurgle plays, we got done dirty. Alright, we got done dirty here. Why are the fonts so horrible? What do you mean? Is it about my fonts or the ones on screen? Nurgle are paying for 9th edition Plague Bearer hordes. I mean, the fucking they're still running Plague Bearer hordes now. The capital E is giving me the ick. Chat, is this giving you the ick? This E here. Mikey, could you say this stinks? Bro, it doesn't sting, it fucking pongs. Alright? It is bad. It's rotten. It's sickening. It's the body text E. I don't even know where there was an E. Capital E. I don't remember seeing one. Anyway, I get your point. Under Plague of Woes. Oh, that one. That is like a less than 3 type E, innit? That's a less than 3 E. That's like E colon. Yo, Mercenary, thank you for the gifted, bud. Thank you for kicking off our first gift. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can become members for as little as £1.99 a month, or you can gift a membership to someone else. Or if you're watching on Twitch, you can become a Prime member using your Twitch Prime. It's literally free every day you don't use it. You give Jeff Bezos 12p, which is cringe. All right? Would he give you 12p? No, he'd make you piss in a bottle. All right? So become a member using your Twitch Prime today. If you got Amazon Prime, it's literally free. All right? You know it's cringe, no members. You know what, bro? I totally agree. Anyway, this is fucking ass. This is big stinky Nurgle ass. All right? Tzeentch, however, a little bit interesting. A little bit interesting. Is this better than Shadow of Chaos? Not Shadow of Chaos. Is this better than Demonic Incursion? I don't know. I don't know. But it sounds fun. You know? It's literally... EastEnders couldn't write this. You know? As I pointed out. EastEnders couldn't even write this. Look. Honestly, EastEnder could not make it up. You give your opponent rerolls. Is it April 1st? No. So if you don't know what this means, chat, 'cause I've seen a lot of people on Discord talking about it, especially my Discord in chat, it's free to join. A lot of people on Discord, basically, it's you have 3 flux tokens, which are essentially command points, alright? In this instance, they're command points for command point reroll, an advanced hit, wound or damage roll, or saving throw, or hazardous test. Okay. Alan is very Ian Beale. I've got nothing left in my detachment. Yeah, literally. It's fucking wild. It's honestly wild. It's so angry for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. Just fucking don't play. If you don't like it, don't play it. So yeah, so it's essentially a command point for these, right? But the problem is with it, is every time you use it, you give your opponent a flux token who could do the same thing. But can't re-roll for hazardous tests. You can re-roll for an advanced roll, hit roll, wound roll, damage roll, saving throw, or hazardous. These guys can only re-roll for an advanced hit, or wound, or save. So you can't re-roll hazardous, and you can't re-roll damage. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a little weird? Isn't that a little strange? That you can re-roll for these, but they can't. It's almost like it's not quite as good. It's almost like games which I might have thought about it. It's almost like maybe they're incompetent and didn't realise that they've not actually added them all on because they've wrote so many here and then not wrote them here. You know, this is Slaanesh Marine in the Khorne detachment again. This is what it is. Anyway, I thought that was weird. Read it. Thought that was weird. You can't reroll hazardous, you can't reroll damage, but you can. Why is it a hit roll or a saving throw? Great question. Great question. As a question, I can't answer, my friend. Anyway. Is it not a saving roll? No. It's a saving throw. A saving throw and a hit roll, very different, alright? Saving throw, you throw the dice at the box like Big C when he's got beer goggles on. Say hit roll, you roll into the box like a gentleman. Why is it attached to something the wrap up with somebody assault speedrun? Because my playlist pops off, alright? It pops off. Okay. In your command phase, if your opponent has 1 or more flux tokens, you gain a flux token. So, it's going to be basically impossible for your opponent to stop you getting another flux token, okay? I've been rolling my saves, not throwing, that's why I never make them. True, based. Now, because obviously in the fight phase, you can, like, on your final save, for example, you can be like, I'm going to re-roll 1, and you can have a flux token, and then I gain 1. You know, maybe you re-roll a hit roll when you're attacking last, for example, and then you get opponent gains 1, then you gain 1 back. It's going to be very hard for your opponent to be able to get rid of all of their flux dice to stop you gaining 1 in your command phase. I don't think there's a world where they can stop you, you know, because in a fight phase, unless you're always going to be like the last unit to activate, you know, in their turn, you know, because in their turn, you've got to take saves. If your unit's going to die, you're going to take a save. You can re-roll to get a flux token in your next command phase. You might fight with a unit last to re-roll. Does it say how often you can do it? No. You can literally do it as many times as you want, as long as you got the tokens. Whenever they spend them, you get them. Yeah, for sure, but they can't, like, hoard it, you know? They can't hoard it and be like, well, I'm going to hold all the flux tokens to stop you gaining 1. Because you'll always have another one, because they'll always have 1. So if they hoard them, then you'll get 1. And if they start spending them, because they're quite good, you'll also get more. Now, you always get on your turn. Only if you take the enhancement, which you will. But no, not necessarily. If they've got none, and you don't have the enhancement, you've got none. That's it. The end. As the opponent, I just never use a token. Are you always going to give them a flux token then? The premise of using a flux token to reroll a wound, and the opponent immediately uses it to reroll save is so funny. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's a really strange one because obviously, as much as we joke about Alan, you and them can't have none. Each time you spend a flux token, I suppose. I suppose it's like, yeah, because I thought they disappeared with strats. It's too many wrinkles for my smooth brain. It's just another command point thing, basically, but you swap them every time you spend them. Every time you spend one, your opponent gains one. That's it. Yeah, my apologies. I thought it was when you spent them on strat. I forgot. I missed this bit. Each time you spend, I thought it was just when you spend it to reroll. Make this a mission rule, you cowards. It will be fun. But yeah, if you hoard them all, your opponent's just going to be rerolling everything. You know? So it is pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Now, there is an enhancement. Which one is it? Oh, it's literally the top one. 10 points. You just gain an extra one. You just gain an extra one as well. Auto take. Auto take. Very good. So you're going to probably gain 2 a turn. You know? And then bouncing back your opponents. So after your turn 1, there's probably going to be 5 in play. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, I think. So 10 points, you're going to take this one if you're playing Tzeentch. The thing is with this one, this detachment, is that, and all the detachments, to be fair, a lot of people are like, well, it's mono, that's really cool, that's really shit. You can technically take any demon with these. It's just, none of the detachment or enhancement rules will work with the other demons. But if you wanted to take a great and clean with this detachment, you can. Because there's no, what I've noticed with all of them is there's no restriction, you know? If you're like, you know what, I like playing Tzeentch, but I do need a Bloodthirster to kill shit, because they are just good on paper, you can. Which I actually really like. I don't know if a lot of people have like realised that, but because the problem is they won't get any access to the detachment, no access to the enhancement, or pretty much all the strats. But you can still command point reroll that charge, you know? Something to think about. So yeah, that's just something to consider while you're playing. It's like Imperial Fist and a Dark Angel detachment. Well, no, because the Imperial Fist can't take a Dark Angel detachment. You know? Because you can't have any other chapter. What it's like is taking the Ironstorm detachment and then taking some, I don't know. I suppose the Ironstorm's not a good example. It's like taking the Ravenwing detachment, which only benefits mounted, and then taking a tank like a Vindicator. Because it's good. You know? A Vindicator is just good on its own. It doesn't necessarily need enhancements or strats to play with. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. I think it'd be more interesting if there was like a really good Great and Clean one build. I think that's the only one that I consider just for some like staying power. But there isn't. That's the problem. The problem is you relied on the core datasheet. So anyway, you're always going to spend 10 points for Inescapable Eye. There's no reason to. You're just going to take it every time. Infernal Puppet to 10 points. Demonic Tzeentch monster. Each time the bearer is selected to shoot, you can select one of the friendly demon Tzeentch unit within 9 of the bearer. If you do so and selected targets of ranged weapons equipped by the bearer, you can measure range and determine visibility from one model of your choice in the selected unit instead. This is really decent, actually. This is really decent because what this allows you to do is shoot through walls. It is not indirect. There is no penalty to it. But if you've got like a half decent shooting unit, like let's say Lord of Change. Let's have a look at the old Lord of Change shooting. It has the Bolt of Change, which is 18-inch range. So, effectively a 27-inch range from the model. 9 shots, hits on 2, strength 9, minus 2 D3 damage with hazardous. Alright. And then you've got the Rod of Sorcery as well. 6 shots, strength 8, minus 1 D3 damage, hitting on 2s. This is really good for 10 points and a lot of change. You know? This is like really, really good. Let's look at the abilities just to make sure I've not missed anything. Oh, it gets +1 strength to the ranged attacks. It's going to be strength 10 and strength 9. Eldari Fire Prison for everyone. Yeah, literally, this is really sick. And in your shooting phase, select one of the following abilities. Ignore cover, lethal, or sustain D3 until the end of the phase. That model's Bolt of Change has that ability. Really good. Really, 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 really good. It's a model in the unit to be further than 9 inches. Let's have a look. If you do selected target range weapons, equipped by the you can measure range and turn invisibility from one model of your choice to the selected unit. Yeah, you can string out. Yo, let's go. Emma's paint time. It's paint time, baby. All right, okay. You've got a big fat build. Oh, not that's not what I do. You got a fucking big fat build in here. Okay, no, not that big. This big. Okay. You've got a Lord of Change sat here. Okay, here's its head. Here's its wings. And here's its staff. Okay. As you can see, there's his little feet. Right, okay. There we go. There's his little wings. Right, Lord of Change. LOC. Alright. Then you measure 9 inches. To a horror unit. Maybe a brimstone horror. Maybe it looks like this. You got one here, one here. I don't know how many's left in the unit, but you get the example. He's locked in. Nice. Very good. Okay, you are in range of this unit here. So then you shoot Bolt of Change that way from there. That's really good. That's really good. And then there's a strat to charge through walls. Not that you're going to charge very often. What about Kairos? Oh, Kairos can't take it. What about Desmond Prince? Infernal Cannon becomes 6 shots in Tzeentch. Yeah, 6 shots, strength 5 -1 T damage. Not that crazy, to be honest. Not that crazy. Are there any lone ops you can do it to just be a jerk? You got the... There's no lone op characters you can take, but you can shoot from lone ops. So I like that one. That's really... For 10 points, that's really good. Really, really good. Alright, we got the Neverblade next. This is also really good, but not on a Lord of Change. This is good on a Demon Prince. Improve the strength characteristics of melee weapons equipped by the bearer by 2. Improve the attacks and armor penetration of melee weapons by 1. And each time the bearer makes a melee attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Alright? A Demon Prince is already hitting on 2s. Okay, but it can either have 7 or 15 attacks with this. At strength 10 or 8. AP 3 or 1 and hit on 2s. So essentially, just for reference, you're going to be 7 attacks, strength 10, -3, 2 damage. Alright, if you're on foot. With that, he's going to have the stealth ability, and you can trigger a 3+ invulnerable save, which is very cool. Or you can take 7 attacks at strength 10, -3, and 3 damage. And you can give it lethal, precision, or sustained. And once per battle, you can add 3 attacks to be 10 attacks at strength 10, -3, 3 damage. Why the fuck is the Tzeentch Demon Prince the biggest combat monster there is? Basically, always hitting on 2s. There's not many times you can be able to make him hit on 3s, unless you get, like, Death Guard, for example. But even then, it's not often, because you get +1 to hit again. This is great. This is so good. It's basically Demon Prince bait. You know? I don't think on a Lord of Change it's that good. Let's have a look. Because a Lord of Change is better at shooting. Let's just be honest. Melee weapons. Baleful Sword. Staff of Tzeentch. Alright, the Staff of Tzeentch would be 6 attacks. Strength 8, -2, 3 damage. With +1 to hit, so be hitting on 2s. Not terrible. But a Demon Prince with this shit? Holy fuck. Holy fuck. He just fucking nuts you. He just nuts you. The flying one as well. Can't go. Well, you can go through walls with the strat. But the winged one is obviously much better for this one. Just like the one I've got on my shelf. Yo, chat, did I ever tell you I have a winged Tzeentch Demon Prince? Yo, look at this. Look. Wait, come here. Come here. Right, don't look at the dust. Give me a second. Don't look at the dust, chat. Is it plus 3 attacks on the shooting weapon? No, the ability. Demon Prince of Chaos with wings. Plus 3. Yeah, that you're thinking of the Demonic Allegiance. I'm talking about the ability called Malefic Destruction. Which is once a battle at the start of the fight phase. This model can use its ability if it does until the end of the phase. Add 3 to the attack characteristics of Hellforged weapons, which it has in combat, which I have right here. Meta Mikey strikes again. I'm not meta, I just have loads of models. There we go. One of these bad boys with the Neverblade, absolutely chopping this shit out of a lot of things, alright? Neverblade, well, his fingers look large, you know what I mean? His fingers look quite big. Sorted. Sorted. Love that. Ironically, chat, you know, obviously, like, everyone's talking about demons today. I don't know if you saw that finished Crow. What a day to finish Castell and Crow. Did you see? I posted them on Instagram. You might have seen already. What a day to finish Castell and Crow. What do you reckon? Did I do okay? I wasn't mega happy with the sword, but I liked the OSL. I like the OSL I got on him. I think he came out alright. There's a little bit of magenta ink. Having a great time. Never book. Never book down. Never what? Georgie. Georgie every time. Georgie every time. 1 second. Just banning someone on Twitch. There we go. Such a nice... Thank you. It looks a lot better, I think, because of the silver underneath. So it looks way more reflective, but it's just the ink that I sprayed the sword with, and then on the base as well. So it's just magenta inks, and then a little bit of glazing afterwards. But I wasn't super happy with the lettering, but I thought it looked alright. I thought it was like, you know, I mean, you know, it's fine. It was pretty good there. It looks decent up close. It looks decent up close. You can see some areas that look a bit sketchy. I did some texture on his cape, as you can see. Whoa. And on the flank. Whoa. Texture and shit. Drew loads of lines. But I was like, it looks fine. You know what I mean? It looks good. Glows made with airbrush. 100p. 100p. Just spray some ink, bro. Focus! Yeah, nice and easy. Anyway, who would win in a fight? 1, Castell and Crow, who's finally using his sword. Or 1, random winged Prince of Chaos with the Neverblade that looks like a book. Answer in chat right now. Anyway. So I just thought it was funny that I finished Crow today. And then I was like, wait a minute, the demons are out today. Isn't that quite funny? This is really good. This is really, really good. I really like this. This is great. 20 points all day. All day, every day. Alright? That book is going to smash him like yours on a big spider. Yeah. Oh, right. What's this one? Well, apparently, Tzeentch unit is within 6 inches of the bearer. Models in that unit have 4+ fin pain against stagger attacks and mortal wounds. This is good. Now we need everything is fine to me, but with pink flames. Stab. Stab. Get on it. Get on it. Take a screenshot. And then put Castell and Crow in the middle. And then say everything is fine. Go. Get on it. This is pretty decent. Obviously, we have to remember that Devastating Wounds are mortal wounds as well now. Because obviously, I think a lot of people forget that Devastating Wounds are now mortal wounds that don't spill. Really good. 30 points, a little bit spenny. I can get behind it. Okay. Now, the Tzeentch have some really cool strats, okay? But you've got a bit of a combat monster. You've got some really good indirect shooting that isn't indirect, but you can just use brimstones as line of sight, which you don't care about. You can select a Tzeentch demon monster from your army, select no man's land or opponent's deployment zone, or spend 1 flux token and spend both. Until the end of the phase, the selected area of chaos are within your army's shadow of chaos. So let's have a look at Shadow of Chaos, because I can't remember exactly what it does. The Shadow of Chaos. This is when you are taking battle shot tests, you can get models back and models get destroyed. Yeah, the Demonic Terror. Demonic Manifestation, Demonic Terror, that's it. So it's not bad for 1 CP. You know, you can force your opponent to take loads of battle shots and take damage, which is cool, or you can try and heal up in the mid-board, which is nice to 1 TP. I like it, it's not too bad. It's not like super strong, it's not like crazy, oh my god, I'm using this strat every turn, but it's a little nice trick, a little flip, you know, a little nice trick. A little nice one. Pyrogenesis. I kind of like the name of it, Impossible Eclipse. It's like the Tzeentch are like changing the time of day, which is cool. Pyrogenesis, 2 CP, already not a fan, already not a fan. Shoot phase or fight phase, 1 Legion's Demonica Tzeentch unit for armor that has not been selected to shoot or fight. Till the end of the phase, add 2 to the strength characteristic to weapons equipped by models in your unit, or spend 1 flux token, add 3, and improve the AP by 1. Yo. Yo. What did we say? What did we say about the Winged Demon Prince? So the Winged Demon Prince with the Neverblade, +2 strength, +1 AP, +1 attack, +2 strength, +1 attack, +1 AP. Okay. With this strat, 2 CP, gotta remember. However, hear me out, let me cook. Okay, let me cook. Strength 8 becomes Strength 11. Strength 11 at 7 attacks. -4 and 3 damage. That's hitting on 2s with +1 to hit. Now, it does cost you a flux token, so you can just cap at strength 10. You can just cap at strength 10 by spending the CP. The thing is with it, it is 2 CP. That is expensive. But Tzeentch don't have a huge access to many combat units. They're a shooting army. They don't really like combat, and you do have a very good, stable combat unit in the Demon Prince. But you got to remember it's TCP. But you've also got to remember you have flux tokens. You basically hardly ever need a command point, you know? You're going to be saving CP because you're going to be flipping flux tokens at everybody. Can you reduce CP cost with Tzeentch? You sure can. Kairos, baby. Hello, Kairos. What have you got to say? What have you got to say? Each time you target a friendly Tzeentch Legion's Demonic unit within 6, roll a d6. If the roll is greater than current battle round, you gain the CP. Which is pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. So every time you spend 1, you roll a dice and you gain 1 back. It does have to be within 6 inches, though. That's a problem. That's a little problem. But it's good. It's handy. He's also got a Vector 12-inch aura of -1 CP, +1 CP for your opponent. You know? So it's expensive, but that does turn your Tzeentch Demon Prince into a combat monster, into a combat beefcake, which is great. We love that. We love that. Flickering Reality, this one's funny. I feel like you're going to use this one a lot. This one's really funny. So this one, if you don't know, you roll a dice when you're being targeted, and whatever the result is, your opponent misses on that. So if they roll a 3, every time they roll a 3 to hit, it misses. You can spend a flux token to re-roll it if you don't like it. So you roll a 1, you're going to probably spend a flux token to re-roll. But I love that. That's a great strat. If you roll a 6 to hit, obviously it's cracked. It's a little cracked if you roll a 6. Are you going to roll a 6 every time? No. Are you going to roll 6 when you need it? No. But it's good. It is good. It's pretty fun. It's pretty decent. And it's only 1 TP. So I like this one. I like this one a lot. This is a good stratagem. It's very fun. It's very fun. And it can really come in clutch, you know. If they're hitting on 4s and you roll a 4, they're only hitting on 5s now. You know. If they're hitting on 4s, you got -1 to hit from something. And then you roll a 5, they're only hitting on 6s. The only downside is if they're hitting on 3s and you roll a 2. You know? That's the downside. You re-roll it into a 1 or a 2 with the flux token. But it's decent. I like it. I like it. It's a very thematic, but also very fun and can be pretty strong. It's just random, which is what we like in a dice game. We got Fate-Born Nightmares. Move through walls. This is great on the Demon Prince, as we've already mentioned. We got a very smashy combat Demon Prince. He's going to be using this. It's not bad on a lot of change. It's hiding behind a wall and shooting through walls with this this Infernal Puppeteer. It's handy. Every detachment has this one. It's cool. It makes you think, why don't they just make it so big shit can go through walls? But I'm also a bit like, limited it to potentially 1 a turn is probably for the best of the health of the game. Fickle Fire. This is a weird one. 1 Tzeentch unit free armor that is within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units during your shooting phase. So you've tried to fall back or you just forgot to fall back. So at the end of the phase, enemy units are not considered to be within engagement range of your unit for the purposes of selecting targets and resolving attacks with ranged weapons. Until the end of the phase, each time an enemy roller is destroyed while it's within engagement range of your unit, roll a d6 and a 5+, your unit suffers 1 mortal wound after the attacking unit has finished making its attacks. So not too shabby. It's a little bit situational. It probably won't come up very often. It won't come up very often, but when it does, it'll be nice. Does make going through walls a core strat? Yeah. There's a few things I think we've learned from the Grotmus detachments that probably should be core strats. Like the Imperial Knight Overwatch. I think that should just be any Titanic can Overwatch with 1 gun. I think that would be fine. You know? Walking through walls is fine. Because the thing is with it is we've got so much terrain on the board. We've got so much terrain on the board these days that you have to have walk through walls because half the shit can't deal with it. You know? And then you got Delirium Unmade. This is great. This is great. Strat reserve 2 units whilst in engagement range of 1 flux token and 1 CP. This is really good. So it's 1 unit. Just like 1 unit as normal, uppy downy. Or 2 units that are in combat. This is really good. If someone tries to tag your models, up you go. You know? For 1 flux token as well. All day. Because you're about to gain 1 back as well. As soon as you spend this, your opponent gains 1. You get 1 as well in your next turn. So, so good. So, so good. Why don't they make it big shits to go through walls because of Morven Val? I think Morven Val going through walls will be fine as well. Have you got fucking Abaddon going through walls and Gulliman? One thing I didn't consider was Soul Grinders in this detachment. They have a lot of shooting, to be fair. Warp Gaze, D3 shot, strength 12, -2, D6 +2, because you're a Tzeentch one. And then the Harvester Cannon, strength 10, -1, 3 damage. With a couple of free rerolls, which is cool. So yeah, an interesting detachment. Definitely interesting. I think you lose a lot with Shadow of Chaos, as I've mentioned. But I really like it. Did you get Tzeentch keyword? Yeah. Same as Demon Princes, right? They have a demonic allegiance. You select one of the keywords below and tell them about that model has that keyword and the additional war gear. Its abilities are, each time it makes a normal move, you can move over 4 inches in less than height. Are they legends? No. No, they're just like defilers. You don't see them very often. Make it so Swarm can go through walls and these Ripper Scarabs. Yeah, true. Is it a monster? I think it's a vehicle. Yeah, it's a vehicle. So it doesn't... I mean, you can use it with this. It's just like a nice staying power piece for 180 points. T11, 14 wounds, 4 up pin 1. You know? It save 3 up, 4 up pin 1. 4 up pin 1's great on a big vehicle. It's like a war dog. It's like a war dog. Yeah, you should buy some. You should buy some, bro. T11, 4 pin 1, moves 8 and can go over terrain at less than 4 inches. And it can walk through walls because it's just a Tzeentch unit. You're welcome. You're welcome, bro. And it can deep strike, so you can fucking pick it up and throw it away turn 1. Because this is any unit as well. It's not like infantry or monster. It's any unit. Which is good. Which is really good. That war gaze is 48-inch range as well. The harvester cannon, which they all have. Because basically, you choose an allegiance, you gain that keyword, and you gain a shooting weapon. You either get the Phlegm Bombardment, Scream of Despair, Torrent of Burning Blood, or the Warp Gaze. Scarabs that fly. That doesn't mean they can go through walls, Justice, I'm afraid, mate. That just means they can fly over models. And go up floors and go over stuff. But yeah, Scarabs and stuff can't go through walls. Because they're beasts. A swarm, sorry, not beasts. I love warp gaze. Me too, mate. Me too. This detachment is really fun. This detachment is really fun. It's got some real nice little tricks. You know, it's got some really nice little tricks. It's got a little pocket monster. Quite literally a Pokemon. A pocket monster. Because, again, people don't expect Tzeentch to be really combat-y. And they aren't. Except for that one Demon Prince that's going to go fuck shit up for 2 CP. And become strength 11. Excuse me. The only problem is with the Demon Prince is it's not lone operative or anything. You know? That's the only downside. It's like not lone operative. It's not, you can't attach it to a unit or anything. So you kind of got to be careful with it. But you can be careful because you can fly and then use this. Which is good. How far does it move? 12, I think. Yeah, it moves 12 at T9. Or you can take the foot one that moves 8 at T10. But he gives friendly units stealth. But yeah, I'm a bit like the winged one is better. He can Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, exactly. With Fateborn Nightmares, he can Kool-Aid Man. So, the Tzeentch one, I don't know if it's better, but it definitely sounds good on paper. Definitely sounds good. Okay, the one a lot of people are talking about is the Khorne one. The Khorne one, but I think this one's a little bit more limiting. Very limited compared. Very, very limited compared. We got Murder Call. Each time an enemy unit, excluding aircraft, ends a normal move, advanced move within 6 inches of a Khorne unit from your army. One of those Khorne units can make a surge move towards that enemy unit. To do so, roll a d6. Models in your unit move up a number of inches to this result, but your unit must end that move as close as possible to that enemy unit. When doing so, those models can be moved into engagement range. A unit cannot make a surge move while it's in engagement range of one or more enemy units. What you have to remember is what he doesn't say here because it's part of the core rules is you can only do this once per turn. Or even once per phase even. Let's have a look. Surge move. Let's try that. Can I remember how many times you can make a surge move? Is it just once? It's in the FAQ, isn't it? I'm going to find it. Okay, I wish the app was half decent. Core downloads, rules commentary. Surge. Surge move. Oh, it's once per phase. There we go. So as you can see, surge move. Each unit can only make a surge move once per phase. You can't make a surge move while battle shots, can't make a surge move while it's in engagement range. So that's what you have to remember when you're looking at this surge move. It's pretty good, but you can only do it once per phase, so you can play around it. You know? But if you end within 6, they do have a chance of catching you. You know, if you drop just over 6, if they roll a 6, they've got you. If they roll 5, they've got you. Because they've got to be within 1 inch to be in engagement. So that's just something to consider when you do it. Alright? They got this one as well. Each time you kill a unit on an objective, if you control the objective at that point, you sticky it. It's decent. It's just a little hard to do, you know. Obviously, you're usually going to be charging towards objectives, but are you always going to be able to hold it at the end of that point? Maybe. Maybe. It's just a little limited. You're never going to be able to sticky your home objective, which is usually the one you want to stick and then run off. And Khorne don't have many like cheap characters or whatever that you want to leave on the backfield, you know? Which is a bit of an issue. A bit of an ish. If you walk up to charge, then they surge into you and fight before you. Yeah, but if you are playing against Khorne, all you do is just never go within 6 and just bank on a 6-inch charge. I go 6.1 away, I've got a 6-inch charge into you. You know? Instead of like a 5 or a 4. Because if I'm going that close, I'm relying on you probably surge into me. Which will be no good. So essentially against Khorne demons in this detachment, you just never end within 6. They've got a big bubble. Which sounds stupid and people will be like, well, I never get to use my rule because you keep landing outside of 6. What you have to remember is you're controlling the battlefield as well because you've basically got a 6-inch aura of a no-go zone. So you can sit on an objective. They can't walk onto the objective without you surging into them. You can sit near their stuff so they can't move around too much. So it's good, but you just got to be careful. It can be played around, but when you are playing around it, it just makes it annoying to play because, again, you've got that 6-inch bubble to remember. And then, as I said, Blood Tainted is decent. It's a nice second ability. I'm glad it's not one or the other. It's just a little harder to set up. But if you like multi-charge onto an objective, you can at least stick it before you fuck off, which is nice. So, Slaughterthirst Aura. You're going to be taking this all day, every day. This is 35 points that you have to spend. It's called Attacks because what it does, it gives everything, excluding monsters, Lance ability. This is great. This is great. It's a shame it doesn't include monsters, obviously. But, you know, fucking blood cannons and stuff like that, pretty decent. Speaking of, wait a minute. If a unit was destroyed, it was in range of an objective marker. If your control unit has a high level control over that objective marker, that opponent marker remains under your control. This is shooting. Huh. There you go. There's something to think about. You can stick in this shooting phase. Let's talk about Soul Grinder again. Soul Grinder, when it is Khorne, it gets a torrent of burning blood, which is a flamer weapon. It's a heavy flamer at 2d6. Okay. Do you use skull cannons? You can use the burning breath of a bloodthirster. I can see it. I can see it. You move in, you shoot the screen with some angry flamer breath or whatever. And then as soon as the screen's dead, you stick to the objective and charge away. Okay. Okay. I'm in. I'm a little bit more interested. If it was just combat, it's a little bit harder. Because usually you're on an objective then, they're going to come take the objective off you because they want to charge you. Or they want to shoot you off the objective. But they don't want to get too close because they've the blood surge. So maybe they're not on the objective, but then you've sticked it. If you can shoot it, that's pretty good. You can also... Do the Khorne have access to, like, doing damage in the charge phase? Do they have, like, an impact hits? Blood Crushers. Blood Crushers. Charge onto an objective. Each time this unit enters charge phase, select one enemy unit. Roll a d6 to each one on this unit. For each 4 plus that unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. Yo. Go in. Thanks, Throck. Go in. Smash them in the charge phase. Sticky. Sticky in the charge phase. That sounds like a name of a band. Sticky in the charge phase. That's me. That's me when I'm playing a combat army. I am sticky in the charge phase. That's pretty decent. All right, okay, okay. I looked past it at first because I was a bit like, hard to set up. But, you know, if you charge, and you, because they're OC2 as well, Blood Crushers, at T7, what's the max unit size? It's 6? Yeah, unit of 6 at 220 points. Don't even need engagement range. No, it's just every model in the unit. So as long as one's in combat, you've done. As long as you make the charge, the whole unit does D3 mortal wounds. On the forum. Okay. Okay. I might have looked past that a little bit quickly. I apologise, Khorne players. A lot of dirty games are sticking the charge phase. I'm just excited, you know? I'm just excited. That's why I'm sticky, bro. Fury's Cage. Monster. Each time the bear selects to fight, you can use the enhancement. If it does, suffers D3 plus 1 more wounds. In the face, each time you make an attack, you reroll the hit and wound. Okay. 20 points. Are you pleased now, Alan? Alan's crying about Tzeentch, so he's not even realised there's 3 other detachments. Fury's Cage, reroll hit and wounds for D3 plus 1 mortal wounds. That is a bit shit. But it's clutch. It's pretty clutch. You probably will take it. Just because it's like, I've got more than 5 wounds. Or more than 4 wounds. I've got 5 or more. I'm probably going to do it. Because the problem is with the Bloodthirst is if you whiff. They don't naturally rerolls. I presume they don't. Bloodthirster. You get +1 to hit. Okay. Okay, okay. Great Axe of Khorne, hit on 2, strength 16, -4, d6 plus 2. Yeah, you're probably going to take Fury's Cage every time. Brazenmore, yep, you're going to take that all day as well. The other one's going to have +2 to charge. You're going to have one that's rerolling the hits and wounds. You have one that's +2 to charge. All day, every day. Are you going to take this on a Bloodlight unit? Probably not. It's going to be on another Bloodthirster. And then Gateway onto Damnation. The Bearer's Deadly Demise ability inflicts more wounds on a D6 roll of a 2+. In addition, the Bearers destroy one or more enemy units in this battle. The Bearer has a Deadly Demise D3 plus 3 ability instead of any other Deadly Demise on its data sheet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, probably. 10 points. If you got 10 points spare, you take it. You're not building a list around the Gateway onto Damnation because if you're losing a Bloodthirster, you're probably not in the best position. Or it's or you're already winning because you're like, I'm going to throw them away. You're going to take these 3 all day, though. What's the fastest Khorne unit? I wish I could search Khorne. It just showed me Khorne units. Chaos Desmonds. Because you want Lance. I suppose you could put it on the chariots. What's the chariot? The character chariot called? Renmaster on Bloodthrone. He's a character. He moves 8. He chooses a unit to give +1 strength, AP, and damage. And it heals D6 every time he kills a character or a monster. Yeah, he's a good shout for these. On those Blood Crushers, maybe? That's great. That's great. Okay. He's not a monster, is he? Mounted. Okay. All good. This one's really good. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Wrath Undeniable. Fight phase just time a unit selects its targets. 1 Khorne unit from your army that selects its target attacks. During the phase, each time you model make a unit destroyed by immediate attack. Fight on death on a 4+. Why did I just say fight on death on a 4+? Just have it as a core rule. Guys, come on now. Just have it as a core rule to say fight on death. I know what that means. The fight on death on a 4+ is decent. You know, it's any unit. It's monsters as well. If you wanted to bank it on a Bloodthirst that's about to die, you know, you can go 1 CP. I'm in. I wonder if you can you use a strat to. Can you buff yourself using the enhancement if you're fighting on death? Question mark? Maybe you can. Because you fight and then you've not been selected to fight, so then you're selected to fight and then you remove from play. You have no wounds at that point. Can I have more no wounds? Question mark. So you can fight on death on the full plus. Risky. But he's only 1 CP. It's worth a go. You can also then use this. Blow up. I buff myself every night. Nice. Oh, you don't blow up if you do this, because you just then remove from play. Fight on death isn't selected. True. Hello, little lad. Go Hungry Onslaught. Move for terrain. Cool. Great. Not much to say. We know it's a good one. 1 infantry unmounted from your army, excluding units that fell back this turn, that is not within engagement range of one of our units. Select one enemy unit within 8 inches. Roll 66 on the fucking mortal wound, baby. Another fucking grenade strap. Double grenades. It's not uncommon for a double grenade. They were like, no, you can't use the same strat twice. No, the death card can't throw multiple grenades all at once. But everyone else can for 2 CP. Which I think is quite funny. I think that is quite funny. Don't demons have the grenade keyword? Oh, that's a good point. Now they have access. I mean, the Khorne. All of them. I have no idea. I presume not, actually, thinking about it. Does Scarbrand have grenades? Nah. Skull Cannon, maybe they've got grenades. They've got heads to throw. Nope. Skull Taker, he's got heads to throw. Nope. Soul Grinder, surely that has grenades. Nope. Okay, no one has grenades. Alright, so you get access to grenades, which no other demon army has. And it can be after they've shot, because obviously normal grenades has to be eligible to shoot. This is just a unit. You could put the enhancement on the Skullmaster, who attaches to the Blood Crushers as well. There's a Skullmaster? Oh yeah, shit. Skullmaster's not bad then. How many points? 100 points to give devastating wounds to the Juggernaut's bladed horns and force a battle shock at the end of the charge phase. Interesting. Forcing a battle shock. Oh, I suppose, yeah, you'd have to kill the unit to do it anyway. Ignore me. Okay, this is the biggie. Advance and charge. So they've got advance and charge in Khorne now. Again, just makes them really fast. The issue is you're losing your 6-inch deep strike, but I feel like this detachment has a lot of play to not need 6-inch deep strike, such as advance and charge. You know? Such as walk through walls. Because no other detachment has advance and charge as far as one, isn't no. The issue again is there's loads of good strats, and you're going to need multiple CP, but so you're going to have to like hold off a turn to do it. Fool's Flight. Your opponent's moving phase, just time a unit falls back. 1 demon Khorne unit from your army is within 6 inches of that enemy unit and would be eligible to declare a charge against that enemy unit. Your unit now declares a charge. Oh, that's good. A heroic in the movement phase. Now, this one's going to be a little bit hard. It's not quite as good as the other ones, I don't think. Because it has to fall back. It has to fall back. And then it has to be within 6 inches. If a unit moves 6, which most units do, you know, there's actually not that many units that move less than 6 in the game. 6 is pretty high average, I would say. But if you move less than 6, they can just charge straight back into you, you know? It's 2 CP, but definitely worth it. If you, let's say, charge in a Bloodthirster, go and smash something, and then consolidate into another unit, for example. For example, the Blood Crushers, who we've already said, can do loads of mortal wounds on the charge. Who can do loads of mortal wounds on the charge, can then consolidate and pile in. or pile in and consolidate. Then you fall back from the Blood Crushers and they just charge you again. And if you do it with Blood Crushers, don't they do impact hits again? Or is that just end of the charge phase? If it's after it's made a charge move, yes. If it's end of the charge phase, no. Each time this unit ends a charge... Bro! Each time this unit ends a charge move. So you can impact something, do fuckloads of mortal wounds to it, because there's 6 of them. 7 if you attach a character. 7... So let's say on average 3d3 mortal wounds. Potentially kill the unit. Sticky an objective. And then consolidate and pile in. Potentially tag another unit. They try and fall back. You're still within 6. You charge them and slap them again with mortal wounds. Does the surge move happen first or does it replace? That's a great question. Was the surge is on movement? Each time a unit ends a normal or advanced move, it's not on fallback. Answered that question. So it's only when they make a normal or advanced move, not when they fall back. This is when they fall back. Holy shit, that's great. Blood Crushers are eating good in this detachment. Because then you're potentially fucking doing another 3d3 mortal wounds to whatever unit you've tagged. On average. That's less than average. It might be 4d3. You know, you're averaging fucking 6 to 8 mortal wounds. Twice. You can even charge, fail to kill something, they fall back, you charge them again. Do all the mortal wounds. That's good. That's very, very good. The only downside is Blood Crushers only have 4 wounds, so keeping them alive is going to be tough. But you can run them through walls. And then Sheathed in Brass. Your opponent's shooting phase just having unit selected his target. 1 Khorne unit gets a 3+ armor save. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not bad. I think Bloodthirsters already have a 3+. They have a 4+. Interesting. It's decent. Again, a little bit less often. A lot of stuff has a 4+ in one. So you might use it on like Bloodletters or whatever. That's a good one. Well, yeah, what is this? Fantasy. Yeah, you can charge in the movement phase with this. I think Blood Crushers are cracked in this detachment, honestly. Blood Crushers might be a little bit cracked. If you get close to them, they move towards you. They're probably going to kill you in the charge phase. That's what they're good. Better change Chaos God, Alan. Yeah, but they can get cover. Yeah, for true. With the armor save, you can get cover as well. Obviously, it's very interesting. I saw that one at 2CP. I was like, that's a little expensive, but actually, it's really good. Really, really good. And they can get Lance. What are they hitting on? Let's have a look what they are. Hellblades, 2 attacks, strength 5, -2 damage. Juggernaut's Bladed Horn, extra attacks. This isn't like AOS though, is it? Because extra attacks still get the benefits. Oh, where the number of attacks cannot be modified by any other rules. So it doesn't change the number of attacks, but you have Lance on the Hellblade. Hitting on 4, strength 6, -1 damage, extra attacks, Lance, and then Dev Wounds as well with the attached character. I don't think you need Lance on that unit on the Skullmaster, the guy on the Juggernaut. I think you want that on the Renmaster. Because then the Renmaster can also buff that unit whilst giving Lance to other shit. You can give them +1 strength, AP, and damage of any attacks. And they have a lot of attacks to Juggers. So that would be strength, damage, and attacks. Strength 6. I can't remember. I wish I could fucking scroll between 2 profiles. God damn it. Renmaster, where has he gone? Renmaster gives you strength, AP, and damage. Right, okay, there we go. Not a number of attacks. So stupid. So they're going to be strength 6 minus 3, 3 damage. And then strength 7 minus 2, 2 damage with the extra attacks. With lance, with devastating wounds. Multiple Renmaster abilities stack. Holy fucking shit. Really? Why is that? Oh, it's because you're choosing the enemy. You're choosing the enemy, not the unit. That's really good. That's a really good detachment. Again, your issue is you're losing 6-inch charge from Deep Strike. But you've got advance and charge. You've got walk through walls. I'm sure you can work it out. No points to the Redmasters? 165. Worth every penny. And they're not bad in combat themselves. Because they could choose something themselves, make themselves damage 4. Strength 7 minus 3, damage 4 with the Blade of Blood. Yeah, that's a good one, chap. That's a good one. That's a really good one. That's really, really good. Right, the probably the best one, arguably, I don't know, I'm thinking about the Khorne now. I think Legion of Excess is very good. It's a very interesting one. I think it's a little limiting, but I think it's good. So we've got fallback and charge, which is fine. If you're going to get charged, maybe you tag something, it's decent. It's not, I don't think this is amazing, because I feel like if they're charging you, they're probably going to kill you, because that's kind of like what Slaanesh do. But this is great. Each time you make a charge move, you can use the Seductive Gambit. If you do, until the end of the turn, you lose fight first, but you reroll the hit and the wound roll. Bearing in mind, loads of the weapons have fucking sustained and dev wounds. This is really interesting. I like the idea of it as well. You kind of being like, I'll wait my turn, but I'm just going to feel the pain and be better. Very thematic. Very, very thematic. Very good rule. Really, really good. Especially because the law also has like 4+ invulns and stuff, and it's T10, especially on the big monsters. So little units probably won't use it, because they'll just die. But the enhancements, False Majesty, Slaanesh monster, Slaanesh model, while a friendly Slaanesh unit, excluding monster within 6, you can add one to the wound roll. Again, it's one of those kind of expensive. You're going to take it every time because it is good. Dreaming Crown, while a friendly Legion's Demonica unit is within 6 to bearer, excluding monsters, add one to the hit roll. Again, you might want this one. I feel like add one to hit is worse than +1 to wound. But that's just me. +1 to wound is usually better, but they're both good. They are both good. Charge a tank, let them swing first and whiff, then get their bonuses when you fight back. Yeah, against tanks, the Seductive Gambit is going to be great. It's if it's fighting an equal monster, you know what I mean? Or equal vehicle. Avatar Perfection. This one's kind of nice as well. If it's a monster only, at the start of each phase, if there are no other friendly units within 6, you can reroll advance rolls and reroll charge rolls and ignore any modifiers to move and any advance and any charge rolls. So this one you can kind of send one on his own and off he goes, you know. It's kind of alright on like, again, a Keeper of Secrets. Maybe you want it on a Demon Prince so you can kind of like turbocharge and off it goes. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Only 15 points is worth it. And then this one, at the end of the fight phase, any models were destroyed by the result of the one or more various attacks, you can heal D3. Again, you're going to take this one all the time. Not a lot of move modifiers affect monsters. I think there's more and more coming into it. But it's only 15 points. Again, if you haven't got the 15 points, you're not going to find it. If you got it, you take it. Soul Glutton's great, though. This one, I was like, oh my god, that's so cracked. And then I realised the problem is it's excluding monsters. This one's an interesting one, though, called Thieves of Pain. Any phase just having an attack or more wound is allocated to a model in a demon unit, excluding monsters. I think a lot of people are missing this when discussing this detachment. So you can't use this on keepers, you can't use this on Shalaxi, etc. Select one other friendly demon unit within 12 until the end of the phase while the selected unit is on the battlefield. Each time one of your unit would lose a wound, so inflict one mortal wound on the selected unit instead. This one's kind of nice. It is kind of nice if you've not got a monster. I don't really know what unit you're going to use it on. Maybe use it on the chariots, which are the worst models in the world, so you probably don't own one. But the chariot characters aren't bad. You've got the... oh, what's it called? Summit on Seeker Chariot. Torment Bringer on Exalted Chariot. Okay. Moves 14, T6, 4-up in Vun. It's got Lashes of Torment, which are anti-infantry 3+, no dev. And then you've got the attacks, which is 8 attacks with lethal, hitting on 4, strength 4. And then the Ravaging Claws, which is 15 attacks, strength 4, -1, 1 damage with dev wounds. Which is cool. The thing is with it is that you are going to be inflicting mortal wounds on other units. This is great to use with the Contorted Epitome on a unit of... a Contorted Epitome on with a unit of Demonettes. Because the Contorted Epitome has an ability called... whilst models leading unit, models that unit have feel no pain 4+ against mortal wounds and psychic attacks. Soul Grinder, great shout. Great shout. You can use it on Soul Grinders. Excluding monsters, non-excluding vehicles, Soul Grinder can tank. Because the Contorted Epitome will give you a 4+ in feel no pain against these bounce mortal wounds, which is nice. So you can use this like the mirror, you know. You use the mirror to tank it, which is nice. She's not too expensive. What, like 80 points, I think? Yeah, 80 points. And attached to a unit of Demonettes. So then you've got 18 ablative wounds, but with a 4+ feel no pain, you're looking at closer to like, what is it, like 30? I'm trying to think, because while she's not leading, she doesn't get it. So you're basically making the 10 wounds 15 wounds. So 23 wounds ablative. Are these detachments written for Soul Grinders? You have to consider them because everyone else is forgetting. But yeah, they benefit the Soul Grinders greatly because of lots of excluding monsters, which is not excluding vehicles. You know? Let's have a look. You can give +1 to hit to the Soul Grinder. You can give +1 to wound to the Soul Grinder. Something to consider. So yeah, so I don't know where you use this, but it's kind of interesting to have. Maybe you protect a Soul Grinder. Maybe you protect a chariot unit. Maybe you protect a unit that's holding an objective for you. It's good, but very situational. Because sometimes you don't want to lose the other unit, but it's nice that you've got for 1 CP, you can get 4+ feel no pain against it. And if you do fail, a different unit takes it on the chin. Do Soul Brownies get the Slaanesh faction keyword? They do. So just for reference, Soul Grinders and Demon Princes are neutral until you take them in your army. They have a rule called Demonic Allegiance. When you select this model to include in your army, you must select one of the keywords below. Until the end of the battle, this model has that keyword and additional war gear stated for that keyword. In terms of the Demon Prince, it says you have that keyword and special rule. The timing means mid-rolling your saves if you want to. So slow roll and see if you start whiffing. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good strat. It's just a shame you can't use it on the monsters. You know, on the big shit, which you want to protect. We got Archagonists. Fight phase 1 Slaanesh monster or up to 2 Slaanesh units, not monsters. So in the phase, each time a model that you use makes an attack add on to the wound roll. This is a fucking sick stratagem for TCP. This is a sick stratagem. It's 2 CP, but it's very good. Just get +1 to wound. And guess what? You can choose up to 2 Soul Grinders. Just saying, chat. Just saying, you can choose 2 Soul Grinders. Who have the Iron Claw. Oh, wait, let's just double check what war gear options they have. The Warp Sword can be replaced with the Warp Claw. I think you take the Warp Sword. I'm just saying he has 5 attacks at strength 16, -2 and D6, and then 3 attacks at strength 8, -2 D6. I'm just saying they haven't considered the Soul Grinder, because I did. Soul Grinder is such sick models as well. Especially the 3D printed one. There's like a fucking Tzeentch one that looks so good. If I remember correctly. Yo. The Nurgle one's great. This stream is sponsored by a big soul grinder corporation. The legs look a bit spindly for that one. I'm trying to see. Oh, that is the Tzeentch one there. The Slaanesh one. That one. I think the body's printed too big. So you could print that smaller. But 80 quid for all four, I'm just saying. Not that I condone anything like that. It's just a proxy. Just a proxy chat. Like you driving up the soul grinder sales. I'm just saying, they haven't considered. I've broken every detachment by saying soul grinder. Anyway, plus onto wound on 2 soul grinders. With fucking strength 16, having a great time. Your command phase, 1 Slaanesh monster is on the battlefield. Each unit on the battlefield is within your army's shadow of chaos. Must take a battle shock, subtracting 1 from the result if they're below half strength. Sold out online in 3, 2, 1. Very good. If Gino just made a cool soul grinder, I think the soul grinder is a very cool kit. I like it. It's just Khorne. You know, it's just a Khorne model. That's the problem. I remember the Plague Hulks are the best one though. I like the soul grinder. Again, we got designer's notes. I really like these because it just clarifies what it means. This strategy forces all friendly and enemy units alike within your army's shadow to take a battle shot test. This can allow chaos demon players to heal units of their army through the demonic terror rule at the risk of causing some of their own units to become battle shots. This is decent. Can you use AOS, soul grinders in AOS as well? You can. You can. Even though they're 100 OP, a 40k model. I mean, you can use them in fantasy. Nick will be able to answer. Can you use them in fantasy? I think you can. I'll be a Legends detachment, right? Because it'll be demons. Demons of Chaos. Soul. Just put grinder. Yeah, you can. You can take him in fucking old world, bro. 150 by a 100 mil base. But yes, they are in old world. It's like a bone dragon base, but it's sideways. Depends on how inventive you are. It doesn't say which way you can put it on here. Stick on a square plate, yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's a decent one. You can just heal everything, but it's also you can affect everything. So if you can manage to make everything your army of Shadow Chaos, every unit takes a battle shot test, which would be crazy. That'd be so much bookkeeping. So much bookkeeping, bro. Alright, what we got next? Phantasmal Longing. Go through walls. Great. This is good on? I'll tell you now. Soul Grinders. Cavalcade of Blades. Your charge phase just after a Slaanesh unit has made a charge move. Select one of your unit with engagement range. Roll a d6 for each one of your unit that is with engagement range. Or roll 6d6 if it's a monster. On a 4+, that unit takes a mortal wound. Hey, I'm just saying. You do only roll 1 for the Soul Grinder because he's not a monster. They did, jokes aside, they 100% forgot about the Soul Grinders for all 4 detachments. No limit. Okay, that's true. I mean, what's the maximum you can unit you can get in Slaanesh? Because it's just roll 60-60 for your monster, and then every model in your unit's engagement range. Is it max 10? Because you can't buff to units to 20 anymore, can you? Well, like a unit or 11 with a character. Because you could have 10 demonettes and the mask, for example, or whatever. So 11 is the max. And then overwhelm in excess. Your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit selects its targets. One Slaanesh unit. The attacking unit must take a battle shot, subtracting 1. If that test is passed till the end of the phase, each time model in that attacking unit makes an attack that targets your unit, subtract 1 from their hit roll. If that test is failed, in addition to being battle shot till the end of the phase, the attacking unit cannot select your unit at the time of any attacks. That's great for one. Holy shit, that's 1 CP. For 1 CP to get -1 to hit, guaranteed, and then potentially untargetable for that unit. Soulgrind's vehicle. Yeah. That's why it's crazy. And don't forget an extra -1 in the shadows. Yeah, true. It's only not attack that unit, they can pick something else. Yeah, but if you're spending that strat, you don't want them shooting that unit. You know? They can shoot something else. Are they in range of something else? Do they have line of sight to something else? Are they in engagement range? Can only target this unit? There's a lot of ifs and buts, you know what I mean? There's a lot of strats that stop you targeting a unit. That just means you can select something else. That's a core rule, right? That's in the FAQ. Soulgrinder can tank shock as well. Yeah, Soulgrinder can tank shot and then 1 CP, roll 1 dice. On a 4+, do another one. Oh, Soulgrinder's OP. I think they've just forgot. They forgot Soulgrinders are vehicles. So all of these strats that are like choose 2 units or not a monster, you can still choose a Soulgrinder. What's his range weapon with Slaanesh? Scream of Despair. 6 attack, strength 9, -2, 2 damage, sustained with dev. They can fall back and charge. Alright, I'm in. Soul Grinder meta, baby. It's a Soul Grinder world and I'm just living in it. I think I just closed the... Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I think it looks better here. It looks better there. It's a Soul Grinder world and I'm just living in it, chat. I think we just have to go through all the detachments and be like, where it says not a monster, be like, how does this work on a Soul Grinder? To be fair, it's not a bad model. It's just the body's too big. I think the legs are a bit too spindly for the gigantic body, but you can make it smaller. I've always liked this one. I should really buy it. I should just buy this one. Right, okay. Let's do this again. But let's consider the Soul Grinder in every aspect. Okay. Each time enemy unit, that's enemy units, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You can make fucking Soul Grinders lone operative. Let's go. 18-inch lone op. Return 1 destroy model to your unit. If it's a monster, you get D3+1. You can't use that on the Soul Grinder, ironically. You can't use that on the Soul Grinder. That's what you got to consider. Don't need that one. Don't need that one. Okay, the Nurgle one doesn't matter. No one cares. No one cares, and neither do the strats. Okay. So you can give the Soul Grinder Lance. You can give the Soul Grinder Lance, did anyone consider? Next video is how many Soul Grinders can I print with 1 bottle of resin? True. At least 6. Alright, so you can give the Soul Grinder Lance. What strats can we use on this? Not a Bloodthirster. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one because it's not caught infantry or mounted. Okay, we can give it Lance. What about in the Tzeentch detachment? You shoot through a Soul Grinder, which is handy. Okay. None of these are not include. Yeah, none of these are exclusive of Soul Grinders. It's mostly the Slaanesh one that is like not excludes monsters a lot. But I could just run Soul. How many points are they? They are only 180. I think that's really good. Chat, maybe I'm a Soul Grinder guy. You know, maybe I've been grinding them souls all my life. You know, one of the first models I bought was a Soul Grinder. You know, one of the first models I bought was the Soul Grinder. Because I started playing in 5th edition when Demons got a book. One of my first armies with Chaos Space Marines, because I had some random demons. So I got them off from a friend. And then one of the first few models I bought was a Soul Grinder. Oh, it seems exciting in Slaanesh. It seems crazier in Slaanesh because it's got lots of restrictions about monsters. Grinding YouTube, now grinding souls. We've always loved soul grinders. It does get indirect in Nurgle, does it? Oh yeah, Blend Bombardment, D6 plus 1 shots, blast, indirect lethal, strength 7 minus 1/2 damage, decent. First time I was at Space Marines, no, it was Chaos because my friend had some and he was getting rid of them. Soul Grinder. Mikey, Barnyard, how you doing, bud? So thoughts so far, I saw them on live stream last night at 11. I went to bed at 2 AM. It's now 7:30 AM. That checks out because it's nearly 9 PM here. How you doing? Well, Barnyard, how many Soul Grinders do you own? If it's not 3, go and fix it. Go and fix that if it wasn't 3. Because 3 is cracked in every detachment. Every detachment is like excluding monsters. Time for the Soul Grinder. Does Grinder have a sound effect? I'm sure it does. Time for a Soul Grinder. Because they're not monsters, they're vehicles. You know? You look at the Slaanesh one. I've closed them all now. All friendly models within 6, excluding monsters, not excluding Soul Grinders. Not excluding Soul Grinders. What's that? You can tank wounds? You can on Soul Grinders. It's this one, I think. I think it's this one. Problem with Soul Grinders, have you taken this model to a tournament? It's horrible. TOs hate you. Bro, you can walk through walls. You can walk through walls. Don't worry about it. Just walk them through. Did they just think they didn't need to put and vehicles because it's demons? Yeah, 100%. They forgot about the poor Soul Grinder. They forgot about the old Soul Grinder. Codex comes out, Soul Grinders are monsters. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Codex comes out, Soul Grinders are legends. You know? I'm going to say it. Soul Grinders are legends after this. Maybe they removed Soul Grinder model for 40k. It's Sigma. It's been removed. Yeah, it's cringe. Then again, well, I don't know. I don't know because are they going to get a codex? It was more 40k than Sigmar. Yeah, it's a 40k model. It's a Defiler. It's a Chaos Defiler. But was in all 3 games. You know? It's a Defiler, but it's in Old World. And it was an Age of Sigmar for a bit. It's a Defiler that doesn't look shit, true. True. Do I need 3? Depends what faction you're playing. All I'm saying is a lot of the especially in the Slaanesh one, it's like non-monster or 1 monster and 2 other units, and it's like that can be 2 soul grinders, which is funny. What's really the rumor on them not getting a book? The evidence is that I can play with. Because I don't watch anything about rumors, chat. Don't even know what a rumor is. But all I see is a demon detachment with a Chaos Space Marine in the artwork. You know? All I see is a demon detachment with a Chaos Space Marine in the artwork. And in this one, a Slaanesh one at that. A Slaanesh Marine. Because he's got the Slaanesh logo in the Khorne book. Which is very funny. You know, maybe I click on the Plague Legion that shows me Death Guard models. Like a Plague Marine, for example. And then Scintillating Legion, which shows me a Hellbrute and Thousand Suns. What are you two doing? What are you two doing? So yeah, so that's something that I don't really prescribe to rumors, to be honest. I don't really care. But if that's the rumor, which it sounds like it is, this shouldn't fill anyone with confidence that it's not true. How do they manage that? I don't know. Don't know, bro. It's funny though. What are you two doing? You're going behind the table again. Right, okay. You might be able to see Cat's just here. Can you see? They love going behind there. There's one. I should get a little light under there, shouldn't I? Andrew doesn't think it's a rumor. True. True. I can see some naughty cats. Yeah, you can. Oi! You see his eyes? You can see his cat's eyes ever so slightly. There, look. Just there. And now they're gone. Imagine Alan's disappointment when he hears that's true. The only undivided demon is Be'lakor. Not true! Think about the soul grinder! I spent half an hour trying to make you buy 3. Did you even consider? What are you two doing? Look at him, little shithead. Little shithead. The Soul Grinder and the Demon Princes, technically. But they could reprint the Demon Prince 4 times. Excuse me. Excuse me. Goddamn cats. Soul Grinder picks a god when writing a list. Yeah. Maggot owns shares in Big Soul Grinder. I do. I do, actually. Too many Chaos Space Marine units and factions still getting lore for them to not do a Chaos Space Marine book still. Do you mean not do a demon book? Because they can just wrap the demons together. That's what they're going to do. They're going to. I feel like they're going to wrap the demons into the other books. Which is fine. It's whatever. And then if they just leave the index out, it's fine. If they leave the index out, then it's okay. I think they've had enough. Inky. Inky. What are you doing? They love going behind there because it's dark. Dark and secluded. Fury's in the demon, but I don't think so. I don't think Furies have been in there for a while now. I think they got rid in 10th. Like 2 years ago, nearly. I think 40k makes more sense with demons alongside marines. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it'll be a shame, obviously, because if you collected a large demon army, now you've got to go out and buy, like, marines. But, and it's weird to get rid of a Chaos faction when there's not that many already. But it just sounds like they want to just bring it down to 4. You know? But yeah, it makes sense in AOS. They've done it in AOS for a while now. You can't take demons on their own. Like mixed demons especially. You can bring each faction on their own, but they're usually not very good. Yeah, so I mean there's 5 Chaos faction. Oh yeah. Those are the Chaos Knights. I always forget about the Chaos Knights. They made us leave the indexes live. Yeah, I think they'll leave. I think if they left the current index with the Grotmas detachments live and just said, you're not getting a codex, I think that'd be fine. But I think they need clarity. That's the main thing. I think they just need clarity. And generic CSM says 6. Yeah. Yeah, true. True, it's 6. Oh, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. They're getting rid of another one. There's currently 7. They wanted to bring it down to 6. Will they bring out a new faction? Maybe. It just seems weird. Anyway, chat, that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I hope you've had a good time. I have. I feel like we learned a lot there. I know a lot of people are covering all these detachments at the minute, but I feel like there was a lot there that you might not have known. Dark Mech is on the cards. I mean, everything's on the cards, right? Who knows? Who knows? Where's all my fucking songs gone? There it is. Grinding the soul of today's title's stream. They'll have an oops all demon detachment in each of the books to get rid of the factions though. Yeah, but I think people are worried about mixed detachment. You know? Mixed detachment is what people are worried about. But I think the current one's decent. I think they can leave that fine. So anyway, chat, thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try and go live around 12 tomorrow. When are you dyeing your hair green? I'm getting Georgie to buy me some tomorrow. I've just not been anywhere for it. But yeah, hopefully before the end of the month. I'm hoping tomorrow. I hope I can do it like tomorrow evening. So it'll probably be tomorrow evening. Hello, do you want to come say bye? Do you want to come say bye? So thanks for watching, everyone. He does not want to say bye. He wants to be on my desk. Please don't eat my models. What do you think to the Neverblade Demon Prince? Any thoughts? Does not care. So I'll be back tomorrow, around 12 tomorrow, to look at the new detachment. I've got a meeting in the morning, so I'll put my stream up, but I might have to delay it. But I think I should be okay. Andy, thank you for the 27 months. Really appreciate it, bud. Really appreciate it. Thank you, bud. Just want to say thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying everyday December. Or every December. We are in the final stretch now. Only 8 days remain, because Christmas Day will be the last day for everyday December. And then after that, we'll have to reconsider. I think. I'll have to do lots of considering. But it's been good. I've enjoyed it. And hopefully you guys have too. So I'm enjoying looking at the detachments. And again, I know there's a lot of other people who are going over them as well. Every day. Which kind of like might potentially kill momentum. But I'm enjoying it. So I hope you are too. So speaking of, tomorrow we look at Votan. All right? So thanks for watching, and I'll see you there. See you tomorrow around 12. 12 noon UK time. Live every day. Live every single day. All day, every day. It's making me really tired. I hope you enjoyed it, though, because I am.